yourself smack dab in it. Hey, tomorrow, it goes away. On the freedom, just might come your way.
The Mueller investigation, as it sits now, is illegitimate. The appointment by Rosenstein of Mueller did not name a crime that was being investigated. It named nothing. This was a way for the department under Rosenstein to avoid responsibility for conducting an inquiry. That said, it is quite obvious that any imposition on the president at this point does many, many bad things to the country and to the functions of the President of the United States. Article 2 vests in the President all executive power. He is the unitary authority of the executive branch. The President cannot be indicted. And so with no crime having been asserted in the appointment of the special counsel, how can he constitutionally investigate no crime? And it is fairly obvious, since the president is determined to be no target in the investigation, that all he wants to do is question the president.
Star Trek. 3 years. I Love Lucy. 5.5 years. Seinfeld. 9 years. The Dave Weinbaum Show. Now in its 10th year. And Roseanne, upon hearing I was in my 10th year, came out of hibernation after 21 years to start her 10 years. I used to open for Rush and Hannity, and now I proudly follow the Eagles and Queen, turning rockers into talkers and talkers into rockers. So did the FBI actually put a spy in the Trump campaign? Can you imagine that? That's the story that's coming out, done by a Wall Street journal writer. And the State Department won't reveal who this is. Why? Why don't they reveal a lot of stuff? Is because they're embarrassed and scared. They're embarrassed because they are participating in a coup of the president, and they expected him to be gone by now. It ain't working out. Also, it's come out, Comey was coddled and advised by who? Well, that independent counsel. Supposedly independent. He ought to be independent of Comey, too, shouldn't he? And they're colluding with each other for Comey's testimony before Congress. Isn't that interesting? So, for two people or one person like Mueller. Attaboy. We got all our stuff here today. You know, they say this show is run by boobs. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something about those boobs. They're real, and they're spectacular.
And there's no
right,
collusion.
Stan?
No collusion either.
Yeah, no collusion going on here, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
just
right.
teamwork.
That's right.
All right, and it's for a good cause.
And here comes the last part of our team. Just
yeah, about time. She's late. Anyways, two people one or two people think they can overturn an election from the multitude of people voting. No sitting president has ever been indicted or forced to testify to a grand jury while in office. That's right. The president does have a special status, and he is the only person like this. Why? So he can do his job unfettered by political witch hunts like what's going on right now.
Right.
You know, the people who need investigating are using this, in my opinion, and it's getting more obvious every day, to cover up their own crimes. Mueller, what happened to the investigation when Hillary sold 20% of our uranium and got millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from, well, Russia interest? And who was the FBI guy? Mueller. Who was second in command? Comey. McCabe was in the DOJ. And what about Strzok and Page and their insurance policy, just in case the idiots out here decided to elect Donald Trump, that they had this insurance plan going? Why isn't that being investigated? I think Mueller made a big mistake, and he's a total fraud, because if he was really honest, he'd investigate all of it. Russian collusion.
Right.
You want Russian collusion? Okay, well, how about Hillary and the DNC knowingly paid for the false Russian dossier?
Probably because it wasn't in their scope letter or memo.
Well, they don't know. They can't get the scope letter.
Right.
Rosenstein seems to have given this guy carte blanche. He can do whatever. Mueller's become the most powerful person in the world.
Yeah.
The president isn't that powerful, but it's a false deal. Well, hello there. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, JJ. I'm sorry. Did I let the dog out of the hat or whatever you call that? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is JJ.
Okay. What's going on, buddy?
For you
You're like clockwork.
I got two items. Two items that I think are noteworthy. Number one, Donald Trump has forced Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, Kim whoever to
He's
back
an un.
down.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it, I think it came time to show the cards, and Kim came up kind of short, and the Donald is on top, and kudos to him.
Absolutely.
It is nice to see that the United States actually has leadership for a change instead of the pasty, limp-wristed Barack Obama regime.
Well, don't forget, it's a 70-year-old problem from Truman on up that every president has kicked down the street.
Fixed.
Yeah.
This is a problem that needed fixed, and
Absolutely.
I think Donald is headed towards fixing it, and my hat's off to it. Item number two, and this hasn't been mentioned lately, but Oliver North is now the president of the NRA, and kudos to him.
How about that? You like that, right?
That's just pretty excellent, yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
So it's good to see that there is actually some leadership floating to the top.
Well, there's leadership, and this guy's keeping his promise. We got the rabbi coming up. You know, he had a scoop on the show. He said definitively that Trump was going to drop out of the Iran deal. And
by golly, he did it.
He didn't parse his words either. He says he will drop out. And nobody really knew that for sure until he announced it.
I've been worried about our country for the last 8 years, but I'll tell you, I'm less worried now than I was before.
And you know what? Americans are catching on. The mainstream media can't stand it. They're still doing the screeching sounding kind of criticism all day. If you want to get depressed, watch MSNBC for a while. Watch CNN. Oh my God, they drone on and on about how horrible Trump is. And I mean, even John Brennan, he said, well, Trump has a 99.9% chance of failing in his talks with Kim Jong-un. Well, what did you consider what was going on in the last 70 years? Winning?
Yeah.
Give me a
We're
break.
having talks.
Amazing.
I mean, God bless him, and God bless you, Dave.
God
Good
bless you
show.
too,
I'll enjoy the
JJ.
rest of it.
And thank you very much because you keep me on track. And if you want to be a star in the Dave Weinbaum Show like JJ, call 573-364-4433 or
888-263-9002.
all right. Well, I was in my monologue, but I always stop for calls. Almost always.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be talking for 3 hours, roughly. Well, not the whole 3 hours. We got lots of stuff coming up. But I want to make this point clear. What's going on in this country is these people are trying to steal the vote. And even if this was done by, you reflect back on the Bill Clinton situation, all right? I mean, it was bad news, but it wasn't about sex. It was about the Whitewater thing, which evolved into what Bill Clinton did, lying to a federal grand jury. All right?
Right.
It should not have reached the level of impeachment. What he did was wrong, but what he did was he lied to a grand jury. He shouldn't have even been in front of a grand jury in retrospect. So this secret prosecutor garbage ought to stop, and I think Americans see through it very well right now. If you have questions about that or any other thing, call 573-364-4433. Let me tell you a little bit of something here that we are actually streaming live on Dave Weinbaum, on the Dave Weinbaum Show on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And now we're streaming live on my wall. The Dave Weinbaum Show is streaming live on Facebook, Dave Weinbaum. So all my 5,000 friends, whoever else is listening, I think can listen to this. Jesse, come on in and give them the info because I'm probably screwing it up. I am not a tech guy.
Well, you know what I do is I go to Spreaker and download the podcast after the fact. In the search menu up there, just put Dave Weinbaum in there.
Yeah.
It'll bring up your face and your little flag and all that stuff. Click on it and just say download. And
I don't know if you should have said my face.
Well, actually, it's a flag.
Actually, I think I'm kind of good looking. What are you going to say? I look in the mirror each morning and I smile in it. You know why?
Why?
Because it usually is the last one I get back all day. And that's what you ought to try too, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got the intel services are broken. The FBI is broken. The DOJ is broken. They have set themselves up as a shadow government. And what they're doing is they're covering up their own crimes. I mean, we need to act now. Pence brought it out. You know what? You've done this investigation for a year, Mueller. Time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Time for the witch hunt to come to an end, and the real investigations of the real crimes, which we know a lot about. We know a lot about now about people who this could affect. We're talking about Mueller himself, Strzok, Page, by the way, being fired, Baker, by the way, being fired. These are FBI agents. McCabe, fired, and under criminal prosecution, as recommended by the IG. Samantha Powers, the UN gal who unmasked a bunch of people. We know all this. These are felonies. Rice, Lynch, Holder, Hillary, Huma, and guess who probably was leading the whole thing? He wanted to know about it all. We got the text that was sent to Strzok or Page. Barack Obama wanted to know about this insurance policy. He wanted to know everything. He was still president at the time. And what, you think they didn't call and tell him everything that was going on? Did he stop it? We know he didn't stop it, did he? Well, we got to fix this country. As JJ says, he feels a lot better about it. Well, I do too. And quite frankly, I did not think Donald J. Trump would do as great a job as he's done, and he's done it. All right, let me tell you what's coming up on the show. We've got the rabbi coming on at, let's see, oh, there he is, 9:30. And we got a scoop from him last time, and now it's big time. Iran just attacked Israel at the Golan Heights, where Lisa and I were standing watching from the heights Syria and Lebanon. We could actually watch and see buildings and things in Syria, not so much Lebanon. And Lisa, by the way, is late today. I don't mean that in a pregnancy way.
Did I miss anything?
Of course you did. If you miss anything on the show, you miss a lot.
Dang it.
You should know that. Anyways, we've got Deanna, the love goddess, with some surprisingly... well, let's just put it this way. I asked her the question about how men should touch a woman to make them, tingly and whatever, And it went a little far. So you guys out there, you pay attention to this. You know what? It's good advice, though.
Yeah.
Because what the hell? I mean, you're going to spend your life on a computer playing games and with, porn. We will become extinct.
Right.
If you guys don't get out there and deal with this feminism crap and go after women. Not in a illegal way, but that's what we're supposed to do. Right, honey?
Yes. Well, not all women, though. Just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know
each,
which one, though.
Yeah.
How do you know which one?
I hope I do.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're the one, baby.
So Deanna Lorraine at 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah, she's at 10. And then 10:30, we've got Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim, who actually sang to me for a while, which is kind of weird. She wasn't ready for prime time, though. She will sing on this show, I guarantee you that. She said she would. This is a psychologist who has she has sharp knives in the trunk of her car. My goodness, this is weird. I mean, I've got a weird cast of people here, and then there's Stan. Yeah. You can't get any weirder than Stan, for goodness sake. And we got the lawyer, Ed Clausen, who took me on. And that was a very good interview, and you're going to hear a lot of things about the very subjects we're talking about here. All right, listen to me. Don't touch the dial. We're about to take our first break. We're going to be right back. This is K-Kid 92.9 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show.
With over 30 years in St. James, Leo Cardetti's Flag and Flagpole Company is the area's original flag store. From the U.S.-made original American flag, every state flag in the country, to military, school, and custom business flags, Leo Cardetti's Flag Store is a place to go. With a full line of commercial and residential flagpoles and accessories, along with seasonal flags, patriotic decorations, shirts and hats, and much more than just flags. Easy to find, 210 North Jefferson Street in St. James, or call 800-532-FLAGS. 800-532-FLAGS.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Who let the dogs out?
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length of stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
The people Mueller hired were very selectively chosen for the witch hunt. Now, Andy Weissman, Enron prosecutor, who we know from public emails, has an extreme dislike for Donald Trump. He's Mueller's pit bull, number one. A couple of the other people he hires are fascinating. He hires Jeannie Rhee. Jeannie Rhee, who represented people in the Clinton sphere. He hires, as another one of his bulldogs, Aaron Zebley. Aaron Zebley, who represented who? Justin Cooper, one of the Clinton aides who actually admits in a proceeding to smashing some of the BlackBerries in the email scandal. My point on this is, yes, number one, impeachment, but number two, I think the entire Mueller operation, Mark, is a smokescreen to keep the attention on Donald J. Trump and to keep the attention away from the crimes committed with the Clinton operation and potentially involved in the Obamagate spying scandal as well.
And we're going to talk a little bit later about these two federal judges who refuted Mueller and, kind of in judge language says, either you got a case or you don't. And this thing about Manafort, well, this has nothing to do with Russian collusion. And we don't believe you have the right to do this. We don't believe you have the power to do this. And they won't give him what Rosenstein was supposed to have given Mueller to say that he could do the kinds of things he was doing. So what he's doing is he's taking a person and finding a crime so he can squeeze them for information. And he's breaking people as he's going about doing it. He's breaking them because, you know what, a lot of people can't afford this. General Flynn went broke. He had to sell stuff. He had to sell his house. He couldn't afford to defend himself. And here's a guy, whatever he did or didn't do, and a couple of FBI agents said that they don't think he lied. So what he did or didn't do, he did have a great career of protecting American lives in the military and was a faithful patriot. Why are we treating him like this, like he's garbage? Why are we allowing Mueller to do this? All right, listen, I got a big announcement here, and I got the producer of the Dave Weinbaum Show, Jesse Wheeler, a very distinguished fellow, and he will be telling you how one can listen to the show if you're not around a radio. Jesse?
Yeah, you can log on to Facebook, and you can go to search The Dave Weinbaum Show, and we have a live stream up there, and you can listen to the show directly from the Facebook page, and also it's shared on Dave's personal Facebook. Just search Dave Weinbaum. It's there also.
But what do they have to do? They have to do something when it's on my page, when it's shared to the Dave Weinbaum page.
Whenever it's shared to you, no, they just have to click on it. I mean,
click on it. All right.
Yep, that's it. It starts playing. It's there.
Not understand. I didn't understand that, Jesse.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Right. It's just like any other video
he's
on
one
your
of these
Facebook.
young guys, and he doesn't understand. Us old people don't necessarily know. If you tell us not, we'll just put it on the page and stare at it. Okay.
No, you got to hit the play button.
Okay, there. All right, there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely search The Dave Weinbaum Show on Facebook and click on that video and start the live stream.
Does this play
Listen
live
to
on Twitter, too?
No, not live on Twitter. There's a link on your Twitter that goes to your Spreaker website, and that actually takes you to daveweinbaum.com, and you can listen there also.
So do they have to click on daveweinbaum.com?
Nope, it automatically starts playing as soon as you enter the website.
Cool. Well, thank you, Jesse.
You're very welcome.
We appreciate that. And
Absolutely.
if you have any questions for Jesse, we'll be glad to write them down. And yell at Jesse, because he's in the other room, monitoring the podcast of this show. Right?
Yeah.
Which you can listen to forever, just about.
Yep. And don't forget, on daveweinbaum.com, you can go back and listen to previous week's shows and all that good stuff. So.
Yeah. And it's also my sponsors are on these podcasts. It's not like we leave them out.
Right. Absolutely.
They're all in there. So they're getting extra commercial time via the podcasts of the show. So all you people that are listening you can't make it. You got an excuse. I should start asking for excuses for people not to listen. I mean, I have people go, "Oh, I can't do it. I'm at work." Well, first of all, I'd be willing to write a note to your boss.
Well, there you go.
That it's allowed to listen to the Dave. One time, I tell you what, a couple years ago, I had to go pick up my car right after I was done with my show on that other station. And so I sped down to Fairground Chevrolet, the service department, and I noticed a whole bunch of people were sitting in the office in the service department, and I asked, and I could hear the radio. I says, "Were you guys just all listening to my show?" They said, "Yeah." It was about 10, 12. I guess I shut down to listen to my show. So how cool is that? And they're my sponsor, Fairground Chevrolet,
Right.
good old Larry Hobbs, Mark Woods down there. So time to get a Corvette, guys. Come on. That'll fit in with Deanna Lorraine. All right, we got to do the Rabbi is coming up in a couple minutes. Hit it.
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird.
We haven't had the other rabbi on the show.
The other one you're cheating with?
Yeah, Yonason Goldson from St. Louis. He had me over to his house 4 years in a row for Passover. And it was by the book. We're talking about going to temple till about 8:30, and they start their Seder at like 8:45, 9 o'clock. And that's with kids, young kids. They stay up till 2:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Doing it right, the way it should be. So it's very interesting. I mean, even for you Christians, you got to admit this is something that you should be interested in too, because, well, this is what Jesus did. I mean, the Seder was the Last Supper, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Stan here is a staunch Christian, and he understands that.
I am.
All right, so I think I know who this is. Maybe not. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brandon Murray out of Salem.
Hey, Brandon. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, not too much. I know you got the rabbi coming on, and I got to get to work, so I'm going to be quick.
All right.
Can I make a little request?
Sure.
I want a little less U2, a little more Zeppelin.
Okay. We appreciate it.
You know what?
man.
I looked at Zeppelin, damn it, and I got, well, I cut him out because I didn't like the song.
You you get it? You too. You and Stan and
Wait a minute, I didn't get that.
No, you too.
All right, Brandon.
Say
Thanks
that
for
again.
calling
Say that
in,
again.
buddy.
No, you know, I hate it when people tell jokes and I don't get them. I feel so stupid.
I
I'm
thought
like
it
the
was
guy who's left
hilarious.
out. All right, say that again.
He said a little less U2 and a little more Zeppelin. In other words, a little more music. You know?
Okay, I get it. I
Good
get
one,
it.
Brandon.
Well, hopefully this is not somebody who's going to cut into us. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, or should I say shalom?
Well, you should say shalom, but why do you think I'm not going to cut into you?
Well, here's the problem. I'm getting people decide that they want to call just about when you're going to be on the phone. So I'm a little skittish. Because last week I said, this got to be the rabbi. I said shalom. She says, what did you say? So see, I'm a little skittish about doing that. All right, listen up. Listen up, my friend. I'm going to introduce you properly. The second most powerful person in Israel and in his own home, according to his wife Yunit. The official rabbi. Hold on. The official rabbi to Rolla in St. James. I'm directing my director to Rolla in St. James, Missouri, and the future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel, Casino, Golf Club, and Spa. Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. All right, you can sit down. Okay, all right. See, Steve Wheeler, the owner of the station, took it upon himself to blow up our inflated stands all the way by himself, and now he's out of here because he can't stand it anymore. Yeah, so we got the 10,000. Hi, 10,000 people. How you doing? Hi. What's going on? All right, Rabbi.
Yes.
You're calling from Efrat, is that correct?
That's right. That's right.
Let me ask you this. Iran, before the deal, during the deal, after the deal, burned American flags, burned Israeli flags, shouting, death to Israel, death to the USA. What the hell's the difference now that we're out of the deal, before the deal and during the deal?
Well, right now, if you ask me, Dave, the world is a much safer place now that the United States is back out of the deal.
We're losing you, Rabbi. You there?
Obama paved the way for Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. They may have delayed it a few years, but they basically said to Iran, you just wait a few years, and already 3 years has gone by, and before you know it, they'll be able to develop nuclear weapons. The Iranians have not been keeping their end of the deal. Israel, in an unbelievable intelligence coup, they, as we spoke about last week, got wind of what Iran is doing, and the world now is a safer place, I think.
And you provided us with another scoop. The Iran deal would be dropped by Trump. That was last week.
Not only that, I will tell you this: there's not going to be a war here in Israel over it, even though many people are talking like there is, because what they don't realize is that Iran, they never stand up when they are confronted face to face. They're like a schoolyard bully. All you need is one person to yell at them or to give them a bloody nose, and they won't deal with you head on. They always attack through a proxy. They will send troops to through Syria or through some terror group, but Iran will never attack directly. And now that Israel has stood up to them, not only that, Donald Trump has said that he will, stand by Israel's side. Obama, of course, had our back, but that's when you just use it to put a knife in it. But when Donald Trump stands up and says, Israel's a right to defend themselves, and if Iran attacks Israel, we're gonna help Israel. And not only that, one of the greatest miracles in the modern age occurred yesterday, and that is the European Union actually backed Israel's right to defend itself.
Oh my goodness!
I can't remember in modern history when that has ever happened.
And the UN has remained silent. Now, they should have. they should have pointed their finger at Iran for starting it by bombing the Golan Heights in the first place.
And I'll tell you, Dave, you know what I attribute all this to?
What's that?
Donald Trump.
Absolutely
Donald Trump.
right. Which
you know, as soon as America has backbone, they stand up. They're tough. They're strong. They flex their U.S. dollars that they spend in the UN. They flex the rights of morality and ethics around the world and not be wishy-washy by bombing Syria when they fire chemical weapons. You know, that shows Iran that when America says something, they mean it, and that has made the world a safer place. Look what Trump's done in Korea. Who would ever have thought that on the Korean Peninsula you'd have a meeting between North Korea and South Korea? Unheard of. And Donald Trump, I think on June 12th or June 17th, something like that.
June 12th.
He's meeting with it's crazy. I mean, everyone was laughing at him for talking tough, being a bully, but that's the only thing dictators understand, whether it's in Iran, whether it's in Korea, whether it's ISIS, whether it's Syria. That's the only thing they understand, and Donald Trump's the perfect guy for the job now.
He just reversed 2,000 years of Jewish history by moving the embassy and recognizing Jerusalem as a capital.
That's right.
That's 2,000 years, ladies and gentlemen. And I heard that as a memorandum to the embassy move, that they're actually minting a coin honoring Trump and King Cyrus.
That's correct.
That was from Chester, from north of Doolittle.
Yeah, that's right. King Cyrus, for those who don't know, after the destruction of the first temple in 586, and the Jewish people went into exile into Persia for 70 years, it was under King Cyrus, called the Cyrus Declaration, that gave the Jewish people the power and the authority under the Persian Empire to go back to their homeland, to rebuild the temple. And Donald Trump has a lot in common today with Cyrus the Great.
And for those in Branson, can you explain what Persia is today?
For those in Branson, Persia is current day Iran. That is current day Iran. So we have this ironic.
Now, what time
twist, I should say?
When the embassy is moving, which is on the 14th, isn't it, of May, which is the 70th anniversary of the modern state of Israel, will you what time will you be giving the prayer and blessings?
Well, they haven't invited me yet. But,
what?
You know,
don't they know who you are?
Invited. But I'm in good company. No member of the Knesset has been even invited. So
you're kidding?
No. I don't know who's going to be at the ceremony, but it's going to be significant. I'll tell you that.
So you say that, and it seems to be you're right, because you guys, the Israelis, knocked the hell out of a lot of the known sites. They had this plan for a while, just in case.
Correct.
I thought it was kind of a dumbass move by Iran to bomb the Golan Heights. They asked for it, and they got it back in spades.
Right.
And
First,
and my question is, now that they seem to be backing down, because they're saying, well, we don't want to expand this.
We don't want to escalate. That's what I was saying, Dave. As soon as you confront the schoolyard bully,
I get it,
and they realize someone just punched them in the nose, they realize they don't want to fight.
Well, and they realize that if Israel's well prepared and then have the backing of the United States, then Israel will figure out a way to nail them. And they're not going to get a lot of help from any Arabs.
No, absolutely
Even
not.
without the help of all these Arab countries. Saudi Arabia is backing you guys 100%, aren't they?
Yeah.
Bahrain.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's hard to believe, Dave, in our lifetime that we're able to say things like that, but that's what's going on.
Yes. Now, is Russia becoming more and more irrelevant in the Mideast? Because there's not.
It's interesting. Because as Israel bombed, Iran, our prime minister was meeting with Putin.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I think that was a little bit of a tacit, wink,
That's like Trump meeting with China and telling him, we're going to do something about North Korea.
Yeah. Look, Iran
amazing.
is not going to be able to rely upon Russia to help them. That's the bottom line.
You speak of Netanyahu and Trump together, and together they have both had these witch hunts. And together they have survived them, or are surviving them, and they're more popular in their own countries than ever.
Right. like I said, they're making the world a safer place, and
Absolutely.
We sleep better at night.
So explain again to my American public. Most of them are Christians who don't understand why Jews don't support Donald Trump, and come out against Donald Trump dropping the Iran deal, like Schumer, after he himself told Obama not to do it back in 2015.
Right, because most Jews today in America, unfortunately, are not committed to their religion. They're secular Jews. So they don't really, for them, Israel, unfortunately, is not an important issue. What is important? Liberalism. It's become a religion for many secular Jews. Like you have secular Christians, right? Christians who don't go to church, they don't. So to them, abortion is not an important issue. They're not anti-abortion, but for a religious Christian, generally speaking, evangelicals are against abortion. So you have the same thing in the Jewish community. If you have a Jewish person that's a secular Jew, generally they tend to the left, and I think.
So what accounts for me? I'm not a religious. I don't follow the rules like I should.
You're an anomaly, Dave. You're an anomaly. Maybe because you.
What did he just call me, an
Raleigh.
anomaly?
Yeah.
First I'm a boob, now I'm an anomaly. What the hell's that? I don't understand. This show has been accused of being run by boobs. So what I tell people now is that it's run by boobs, but we're real and we're spectacular.
You need to milk that one, Dave.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, when are you going to meet with Ivanka? She's coming to Israel.
When am I going to meet with Ivanka? As soon as she calls me, she's got my number.
I bet she does. So you're not going to mention this to Jared, are you?
Ivanka and
or
Jared
your
are
for
coming.
that matter, huh?
Yeah, they'll be here. They'll be here for May 14th for the moving of the embassy.
Rabbi, I was actually diagnosed by the show Shrink. That's Amy Cooper Hakim, another Jewish person, as being hysterical. So I called up my psychiatrist and found out that she had a sale. So I went in, and she said I was only half off. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild calling all the way from Efrat, Israel. Good news from Israel.
Shalom.
Keep up the good work. Hi to Unit and the kids. Lisa, you want to say hello?
Good morning.
Lisa's
here. Lisa's here. We got the stadium back.
Snurdly.
We got the stadium back. And ladies and gentlemen, if we can get a little applause for the rabbi, thank you. Send him into the Shabbat, feeling really good. All right.
All righty.
There you go. All right. There. Okay, you in the back. You can stand up too. Come on, you schmuck. All right. Thank you, sir. You have a great Shabbat. Shabbat shalom.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye. All right. The rabbi is always good from Israel. Now, how about that? He tells me news of what's going to happen sometimes weeks before it happens.
Yeah.
You want to call the show and comment, 573-364-4433. Or
888-263-9002.
Yes, sir. What were you going to say,
Now, do you
Stan?
think that when they bombed Iran, that they hit some of those targets of the places where they were supposedly having secret nuclear, building their nuclear
No,
capabilities?
they did not bomb Iran.
Oh, they didn't.
They bombed Iran forces in Syria. Which is even more worrisome for Israel because Iran is about 1,500 miles away from Israel. Syria is, like I was telling the folks, they're right on the border
You can see it.
with Israel.
Yeah.
And, you could, I don't know if we saw bombs going off or what.
I don't think
but
so.
you can see that from Syria. That war that's taken out about 500,000 people. Well, the Iranians are there. We're there. The Russians are there. It's a potential powder keg. And with what he just added was that while the Israeli forces were responding to Iran, and apparently they just eviscerated about 50 targets.
Right.
Just went in and killed a bunch of Iranian soldiers. Israel, thank God, did not lose a soldier. Not that I want anyone to die, but, if you're going to attack a country, you better believe, in the case of Israel, they are going to fight back.
Yeah.
And here is Netanyahu. Where is he at? He's shaking Putin's hand. Now, this is a tiny country, and he's shaking one of the world powers' hand, a guy who the Democrats claim runs this country, because obviously if you can fix the elections, you run the country, right?
Well, of course.
Very powerful guy. And I wonder what Putin was thinking while the Israelis were bombing the hell out of the Iranians. And the Russians have backed them a little bit. So, all right, this is the Dave Weinbaum Show. My number is 573-364-4433, K-Kid 92.9, and we're going to be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Jeff was not an ordinary caveman. Where most of his friends and family were perfectly content to have a campfire right in the middle of the cave, Jeff wanted more. He wanted the scent of jasmine or lilac and a brightly colored candle. The problem was those candles hadn't yet been invented. So Jeff was forced to sit by the smoky fire and dream about the day when he could live a civilized life, relaxing on the sofa, sipping a glass of wine, surrounded by candles from Mel's Candles and More, located on Lanning Lane across from Big Lots, where candles aren't just for girls.
If you're remodeling your home, then you are going to want to start from the bottom up and get some new flooring at the Flooring Nook in Rolla. Oh, you went to a big box store. How'd that go?
Excuse me, sir. I need some help picking out flooring. Oh, yeah. I'm in lawn and garden, and I'm on break. I'll get somebody.
And then no one ever comes.
Sir, the store is closing. You're going to have to leave. Should have went to the Flooring Nook.
Yes, you should have. See the folks that actually want to help with your flooring needs at the Flooring Nook.
Stop in at 2077 Old St. James Road or find us on Facebook.
The most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Chevy, the vehicles you know you can depend on. At Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, receive 0% APR for 72 months on all 2018 Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans. Or take 20% off MSRP on all 2018 Cruise and Malibu LT models. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairground Roads in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011. 911.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
In which every lawyer in America thinks he'd be a fool to testify. Judge Ellis gave a pretty good indication that he might toss the case for government misconduct, that he might even have authority to conduct this investigation.
And that's Judge Ellis. Really made huge news on Friday. Rudy Giuliani doubling down. By the way, no questions about that from George Stephanopoulos, but he doubled down, did Rudy, on his calls to end the special counsel's probe as a federal judge deals a blow to Mueller's case. It's stunning. Fox News contributor and former Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz served as on the Oversight Committee, where he was chairman of the Reform Committee. All right, Congressman, how big a deal is this?
It's a real big deal because, look, the improbable election of Donald Trump is not probable cause to pursue him.
There you go. Says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Says it all. You know, this guy now is getting to be challenged by federal judges. Mueller is. They're getting antsy. They're getting really antsy, Mueller. And he ought to get antsy.
Mueller.
See?
Mueller.
And that was it. He was absent in court. That's why the judges got mad, because he didn't show up for a court case. You know, they indicted 13 Russian companies thinking, they're not going to do anything. But it looks good. You know, we indicted some Russian companies. Well, one of them doth protesteth and called him on it, and one of the case heard. And Mueller asked for a suspensions for time, and the judge wouldn't allow it. So he indicted all these people, figuring they're not going to do anything about it. He's not a very bright guy, I don't think, Mueller. It's amazing. You watch Comey, and he sounds like a blithering, lying idiot. And so, I don't understand. What are you doing?
I thought that was her car pulling out there.
Oh, okay.
I am not.
See, you're the director. You got to be very careful how you point your fingers.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Because I'm on you. I'm watching you. And when
know.
you're pointing outside, I'm looking to see if somebody's, maybe going to break through the window and attack us.
Well, as nice a place as Rolla is, my daughter's van got stolen. So I just looked at that and I said, Lisa's vehicle's moving out, and I said, "Oh my God!"
Well, in that case, it's good because it was covered by insurance.
Well, yeah, that's true.
What the hell? What the hell? This is a Jewish response to getting robbed.
You
We'll
want
get
a
a
piece
new
of
one. Let's split the insurance money. What the hell do you know about funny?
Have a little trouble
All
getting
right.
out there.
John McCain. You know what? The guy's dying and all that stuff, but I got to say, he's his people or him. Or both have written a book, and I'm not sure what the name of it is, but what he says in this book, or comments about the book, he doesn't want Donald Trump to be at his funeral. Well, I understand the guy's got hurt feelings, all right? He's hurt personally, but if you're a senator in the United States Senate, you got to get over that and vote for what your constituents want. They didn't want Obamacare. He was the final vote that killed the repeal of Obamacare. Why? Because he was mad at Donald Trump. I can't figure out anything else besides that. He doesn't agree on the vote for Gina Haskell because under previous administrations, she was in the CIA and cooperated with what was legal then, which was waterboarding. And the Democrats, some of whom had voted for her, are eviscerating her now as some kind of a torturing witch. When in fact, many of the Democrats themselves, including Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein, who said she's going to vote against her, were okay with it. John Brennan, the CIA guy there at that time, he was okay with it. And he actually supports Gina Haskell. So does Clapper. He supports Gina Haskell. And these Democrat senators, I'll tell you what, if you take away their shovel, they're just going to dig deeper with their arms. They don't understand what they're doing. Well, here's a woman standing up who fought terrorism. She fought people that want to kill us all. And you're gonna pontificate to her after 9/11? Who knew what was going to happen after that? Who knew if there weren't atomic bombs laid in? Would you sacrifice a city like maybe Denver or Seattle or New York City just because you didn't want to go in there and just beg a guy for advice? Beg him for, do you have this? You're out of your minds. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Waterboarding is not a deadly action, and it did produce information according to those in the know. Give me a call, 573-364-4433. Let me know what you think, Stan.
You know, you're talking about John McCain and his constituency.
Yeah.
But that constituency has voted him in office all these years for his opinions. And I'll tell you, he's not a Republican, that's for sure, as far as I'm concerned. But, so maybe he is standing up for his, constituency. But now that he's against Gina, I just think that's ridiculous. I'm sorry that he's...
Back about 20 years ago, I had lunch with a McDonald's operator in Phoenix who was a good friend of John McCain's, Mac Magruder. I don't know if he's still in the system or not. But he and John used to go to lunch. He told me every time he goes to lunch, he tells McCain, you really are stupid. You're just stupid. Yeah. And I don't know, now he's coming out and he's not only dumping on President Trump, but he dumps on Sarah Palin.
Right.
Sarah Palin, who almost dragged him screaming and kicking across the finish line. The one bright thing about his campaign was Sarah Palin. But, the thugs who were running his campaign destroyed her, did not back her up one bit, and that they destroyed McCain's presidency run against Barack Obama. I don't think even McCain could have been that bad, but, hey, who knows? All right, and Palin feels bad about this now. She stayed loyal to this guy, and she feels like she was hit in the stomach with a surprise punch by this, and I don't blame her. Anyways, call the show 573-364-4433, and I think we're ready for.
We're a few minutes away from that.
All right. Well, there's the call. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chester from north of Doolittle.
Well, hello, Chester, and thank you for sending me. Did you hear that I called you out on radio?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I just wanted to say that this should all be considered the farewell, final goodbye to a very tired old man who's decrepit and useless and has been for his entire political career, John McCain.
I agree. I would say so.
Never mind everything else that he said, but when he said not only that he shouldn't have picked Palin, but that instead he wanted to pick Lieberman as a running mate.
He would have lost by a lot more.
This guy's nuts.
I think so. I mean, maybe he went. He was a little nutty before he went to war.
He was never politically savvy.
Yeah.
He ran on being a military veteran.
Right.
A war hero, and that's what we got in all these years. And that's and even now, everybody can't say anything bad about McCain,
right,
because no.
And Trump did, and he paid. He made McCain so stupider that he decided to punish the country because it would look bad for Donald Trump. Also, now the story's out that he was the one that was given the dossier. And he was the one that gave it to James Comey.
Excuse me, that's like about year-old news.
Well, I know, but the other one was it was Brennan who gave it to
it's been a year already
Comey.
that it was.
So which was it?
That McCain is the guy who sent his special one of his employees on on a jet airliner to specifically hand carry the paperwork from wherever he got it in the Russians.
And he said,
and he's the one who hand delivered it to the to the FBI.
And you know what he said?
Huh?
I did it, and I'd do it again.
Yeah.
I'd do it again in a minute.
Because it was to hurt. It was to hurt Trump.
Right. Absolutely.
That's all it was for. It was to hurt Trump.
Yeah. And so, Donald Trump said some things that weren't very nice. But okay, do you hurt the country? Do you use the country as a hostage? As a I mean, it's like if your mother and father don't get along, mom or dad takes it out by whipping the kids. All right.
But see, I wouldn't even go that far to defend McCain, because what Trump said about McCain, you're not thinking about, well, I don't like a guy who's a prisoner. You got to put it into context, which everybody likes to forget about.
Exactly.
Why some stupid reporter is even talking to Trump about McCain and his military record while we're talking about presidential candidacy. It's like McCain is done. He's not running. He lost big time 8 years earlier. He's not running. Hell with him.
Yeah,
so why are they even bringing it up? And it was just a setup so that Trump, no matter what Trump was going to say, they were going to say that he's anti-veteran, he's anti-war hero. They were going to say no matter what. And that's all it was.
Yeah, well, all the stuff that they're saying, and even McCain is going to be, they're all going to be irrelevant pretty soon. I think Trump's got some real momentum, and if the Republicans don't blow it, I think we're going to do pretty good in 2018 elections.
Yeah, and my condolences to the McCain family. Illness is not something I wish upon anyone.
Yeah.
But as far as his politics go, he should have retired long ago, and I'm glad he'll be off the stage finally. I wish it wasn't by this method, but he needs to be dumped off the stage.
All right. Well, thank you for your comments, and thank you for sending me the coin of King Cyrus and Donald Trump on the same coin. And you can go to my website. It should be on my website right now.
Yes, I'll take a look. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chester, and hi to Martha. All right. I'll tell you what. We are going to do the matchmaker right now. That's Deanna Lorraine, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got, Stan?
You're right. KKID Salem Rock.
Oh, there you go. All right. And you want to call the show afterwards, because this is a little, shall I say risque? Let's put it this way. I cut this interview in half because, well, it was too long, but still. Anyways, it's a little risque, ladies and gentlemen. So cover up the children's ears a little. And we'll be back. If you have comments on it, call 573-364-4433. Hit it. Stan.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, dating and relationship expert, passionate about making love great again, and matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, love goddess, Deanna Lorraine. Hi, Deanna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, great is not... I'm good. Hey, you're more critical of women leadership than men. What needs to change to make love great again? I mean, you sort of say that men are the victims here, and that women are digging a hole for themselves, and men just don't know what the hell to do.
Yes, exactly. Here's the thing, that there will be a frightening future if we continue on this trajectory. And women need to wake the heck up, throw off their pussy hats, and look to what's ahead if we make no changes. Because what's going on is women are just incessantly bashing men and constantly saying that men are not doing enough, that they're not good enough. Remember, these are the men that have built the cities and the highways and the roads and have sacrificed their lives for this country, et cetera, et cetera. But no, men are not doing good enough according to them. And they're constantly the oppressors and the part of this evil patriarchy that they have to tear down. And when this is constantly in a man's head, then, guess what? It's going to build up a lot of anger and animosity.
What is the romance apocalypse, and how do you get out of it?
The romance apocalypse is where we're at right now. We are in the romance apocalypse, where men and women are on opposite sides of, we're basically both in equal misery and loneliness. And we are we're narcissistic, we're self-centered, addicted to porn, addicted to video games, and we're just not connecting. We're, the marriage rate and the birth rate is an all-time low.
On a scale of 1 to 10, the most important thing, the number 10, would be the birth rate. Because if we don't have a birth rate, we become extinct. I want you guys to pay attention to this now. This woman knows what she's talking about. You guys, drop what you're doing, get off the video game, and listen to this, all right? Where and how do women like to be touched?
That's a great question. I love how we're all across the board here, too. It's like lightning round. One of my, there's a couple places. One, if you haven't made out with her yet, like unlocking certain levels. If you haven't made out with the girl yet, then the ways to touch her, like on her hip, lightly on her hip, or on the small of her back, and on her shoulder. Those are the places that you start with. Hip, small of the back, shoulder. Then you can graduate a little bit to the neck, and then the leg and the thigh. Once you've made out with her already, then you can touch her in other places. I don't know if I need to go to detail, but the top of the shirt, that whole thing. Then you can also grab her butt, or you can just give it a little. That's it. That was all I was going to say.
Yes, that's the end of the Dave Weinbaum show as we knew it.
Yeah, I don't think guys need to know when it's appropriate. I think.
Well, let me just leave you with this thought,
Sure.
And this is one of my quotes, and this is what you're basically saying to men: those who let things happen usually lose to those who make things happen. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
All right.
And I
great.
have a perfect expression for that.
Go ahead.
Okay, winners don't wait.
There you go.
Procrastinators are forever something baiters. I don't think I should say that on your show, though.
It's not when you start, it's if. See, we could do this all day. All right. Thank you so much. Love Goddess, Deanna Lorraine. You really are a passionate person about what you do. And I like that about you. I really do.
Thank you. I
All
like
right.
that about you.
What's your book? What's your book?
Make sure to go to my book. Get it. It's all here on Amazon. Making Love Great Again. Making Love Great Again on Amazon. My podcast is Make Love Great Again, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And follow me on Twitter because that's where all the action is, at Deanna Lorraine 7.
All right, you have a great, loving weekend, and happy birthday again to you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, Dave.
23. All right, there you go. Thanks a lot, Deanna. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so is it hot in here, or is it just me?
It's a little warm.
Well,
especially after that conversation.
While you were out of the room, we were kind of having a little conjugal visit here.
Oh,
we were
wow.
following the directions of Deanna as she was telling them.
Well, luckily we're not playing records anymore.
Was it good for you, honey?
We were just practicing.
Why do I feel like I need a cigarette now? And I don't even smoke. What the hell's going on? I don't understand this. All right, well, that was the matchmaker. We got, I love these interviews. These gals are...
Yeah.
She actually is right. If you think about what she's saying, she's talking about how our civilization will survive. And whether it will or not, she's right. If we stop reproducing, that means we all go extinct. Or we become subject to people who reproduce more than us and dominate the population.
Yep. One world order.
That's right.
Yep.
So, you got to stop this liberal garbage about, how bad men are. Men are supposed to be, well, not so much bad, but they are the natural predators. They are the protectors of women, and the women generally, yes, they do. They have more domestic features, and I think a lot of women who go into business and postpone having children, sometimes they regret it. And it's not all that what it's written out about. What happens when they're 50, 60, 70, and they don't have any children. And this is what the feminists want, because men aren't good enough for them. Men aren't good enough. It's nuts. And because of that, listen, call the show, 573-364-4433. And I think we're going to take another break right now, if that's okay, Mr. Director.
I'm ready.
All right. So don't forget that number. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James, or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla, or call 314-3300. That's 314-3300.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. a.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
They're also setting up a path to politically bankrupt the president. Now, we all have a political bank account. I ran for office at one point. You know, you build it up with positive credits, good speeches, or whatever it may be. There's also a way to diminish that, negative advertising. This is an ongoing negative advertising campaign against the president. What Joe said is important, though. There is no predicate crime here, Mark. Not only could the Department of Justice have handled, well, by the way, an investigation, a counterintelligence investigation into Russian collusion, but the fact that there was no predicate crime to appoint a special counsel to investigate the president says to me this was meant as a political operation as well, to diminish the political capabilities and to basically drain the political bank account of a president. One more thing. I think it was also sent as a message to people joining the Trump administration, to capable people, don't you dare join or look what will happen to you.
Yeah, you know, a lot of different points on this evil, illegal coup strategy the Democrats have. They're all in collusion with each other, and when and if the facts get out, and they're just praying that Trump will be forced to resign because he ain't going to get impeached. It appears, you know, you need 2/3 of a vote in the Senate to kick a president out, and I don't think it's going to happen based on what we know today. That, you know, and impeach for what? Because Maxine Waters doesn't like him, and Maxine Waters thinks she has more power than 68 million Trump supporters out there, as do a lot of the Dems, Mueller and Comey, and the FBI and the DOJ. I mean, you want to be run like Russia? You let the KGB take it over. And Putin is the KGB, by the way. And that's how that country is run. You say something against the country, you try to utilize your free speech to nominate an opposing candidate, and you're liable to end up in a mental hospital. And they'll do that. I mean, people are easily corrupted. It's pretty obvious by watching what's going on today in our intel agencies, our DOJ, the CIA. What people will do is, if they can get away with it, they will use their power to gain even more power. And if they're running the law agencies, they feel like they're immune from the law. That's what Comey and these guys think. They think that way. They think they are special and not appointed people. They think they're anointed. They think their opinions are what need to be in this country and not those of the average voter. They consider us stupid. They consider us deplorable. They consider us irredeemable. Well, we need to hang on to that vote. We need to convince others. And we need to be vigilant in our attempts to save what is the best country on earth, the United States of America.
Amen to that.
And by virtue of this, I will announce my running for the U.S. Senate. No, there's no way. No way. You know what? I feel like I have more power on this radio show to reach people than as a senator. You're monitored by your leader. The leader is monitored by the president and public pressure. You know, I don't have a lot of pressure here to say stuff or not to say stuff.
Oh, you mean the Republicans don't send you their talking points?
No, I haven't received them.
Man, I haven't got my email
I'm
either.
waiting for the payment, too.
Yeah.
You know, they say the Jews run all the banks, right?
Right.
Well, I don't have a bank paying me, and I don't even know a Jewish banker.
How many banks do you own?
I don't own any.
Oh, okay.
I'm paying them a lot of money, and they're all Irish or German. What the hell's what's wrong with this picture? You know, they say the Jews run the world. Well, where's my check for that?
Right.
You know, that's just nuts. Anyways, we're back on the show. I want to mention a few people who are back in this show. And, you know, sometimes I forget to do that. I get so involved in the show. I got it written down, and I forget to do it. Right. But now that I got a minute or two, let me thank Tex down there in Texas, along with Major Bravo, who Tex every week. He's on it right when the show starts. He's advertising it on Twitter. Candace Lanier and Kevin Taylor from Michigan. They've been Candace has been friends for 8 or 9 years. We've spoken a few times. Karen Lewis, Stony Burn, Bama, Perry. Let's see here. LSU Jeff, the political diva, Alderson. He does this from Brazil, and Pia the alien. She pushes me from India. I think she's from Mumbai. How's that?
Maybe Mars. You said aliens.
Well, you know what? I imagine if we can get the analytics on it, I might be heard on different planets. I am heard in 96 countries, according to what we knew last year. So that's pretty interesting to know that people are listening to me in Saudi Arabia, in Germany, in Poland, in Africa, South Africa. It's just incredible. Russia. You know, and speaking of Russia, they're starting to walk around in the Ukraine where my family lived. I don't know for how many years. We don't know the exact times that they left Israel and where they went after that. I can't prove 100% that, I'm not a Russian convert. But I think I have to take the DNA test. So what we're finding is people like me will find 96% European Jewry and 3% of the Middle Eastern. You know, a lot of the Middle Eastern stuff has been bred out of us, I guess. But still, we got that link. So I have to find that. But out there in the Ukraine, where my people came from, specifically Ackerman, Russia, and Odessa, Russia, they're starting to wear Nazi armbands and giving Nazi salutes.
Really?
You know, it just never goes away. It goes away for a couple years, and it comes back. It's like Fiddler on the Roof. You know, they get along for a while, and then all of a sudden they have a pogrom, which was roughing up the Jews that turned into murdering a bunch of Jews on the streets of Ukraine in the year 1900. They lined up all the dead bodies of the Jews on the streets. And yet Jews continued to live there. My grandfather was one of the last Jews to get out of Ackerman, Russia in 1909. We actually saw in Ellis Island that he came to Ellis Island. He had to be 9 years old. 9 years old. They stuck him on a boat. A couple years later, they shot all the Jews in Ackerman, all 800 of them. Wow. So I wouldn't even be here. You know, my family wouldn't be here. You got to remember the ramifications of people dying means that their future families are dead too. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433 or
888-263-9002.
All right, we're going to take another break, and I think we ought to come back with maybe Trump Dog and Weinbaum music, if we can. What do you think? Play some rock and roll, for goodness sakes. You know what? Let's play a little rock and roll right now. Can we do that, Stan? We'll call a little audible. Because I get these songs and I forget about them, and I don't want to forget about them because I know you people out there like rock and roll. And I do too, by the way. So it kind of works.
How about a little Aerosmith?
Let's do it.
And Walk This Way.
All right. did rock and roll there. Walk this way.
I thought you were going to do impersonation of Wolfman.
You do that. Go ahead.
Hey, baby, it's the Wolfman.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. So.
Walk this way from Aerosmith.
You're a very talented guy.
Well, thank you, sir.
I came into this business with no talent. I had probably some latent talent. That kind of is what I did this for, because I found out I could write.
Yeah, you can write.
I found out that I could actually get up on a stage and do a little stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found out actually I can have a successful radio show that actually makes money, And that's all this stuff is in preparation to go to the grave. Because I don't want to go to that grave like my father thinking, wow, did I blow it? I could have done so much more with my life. And we're going to go to a break shortly here. However, I want to say that I participated in a golf tournament on Monday. There were a lot of good golfers there. We had the women's golf coach. They accused me of fixing the team, Well, in a way I did. I called up Mark Mullen, the athletic director.
Ah, yes.
And he couldn't do it. He was with another person, Henry Antelak, I think. And so he got me Amy West, the women's golf coach. New women's golf coach, new team. All right? And I had Patrick McCoy, the crazy Irishman from Town and Country Bank. And we had a lot of fun, first off. But we started on the 5th hole. And I told him that day, you know what, I'm done with the regular tees. I'm like 6 months away from being 70. And this is where 70-year-olds play from the yellow tees. And we're already in the senior events. If you're 65 and older, you play from the yellow tees. So I said, I'm playing from the yellow tees. That's all there is to it. And they have the long drive on the 5th hole. So I'm hitting from this forward spot. And I knocked the hell out of this thing. So naturally, I'm the first one out there. And I don't know how well I hit it, but I hit it, and I put the sign down, and I was just curious afterwards, since everyone else hit after me. Oh, and by the way, I did beat Patrick McCoy's drive because he was off. He was in the rough, so it had to be in the fairway.
Yeah.
So I look at this thing, and there's only one guy that beat me at the end.
Wow.
And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I don't care if I got 40 or 40 yards or whatever I got. I mean, some of these guys were pros. Chad Saladin, he was on the professional tour. I think it was the some kind of a gateway tour, right, at that time. And he's a long hitter. All right, I beat guys like him. And his father, Chet, he was hitting from the yellow tees. And he's older than I am, but still, he's a much better. He's a golf coach. He's won state championships. I beat him. Okay.
And how far is that yellow tee down? 100 yards?
I think it's like about 40 yards, something like that.
I was going to say, hey, Weinbaum, it's your turn. Way down there.
No, it's not that way. And the women's tee is even forward. And this guy that beat me, he was hitting it from the gold tees. And he was like 75, which is up by the women's tee. So I feel pretty good about that. I have never, ever in my life, all my almost 70 years, been on a long drive card, much less come in second on it. So that's a big deal to me. And we took third in the tournament. And we played good. I played decently. But this woman, oh my God, was she good. She put it on the green on a par 4. 12 feet from the hole, and we eagled it.
Oh my God!
So that's how much fun we were having.
So you didn't have much of a handicap then with this crew, did you?
Well,
or you still have your same
you're looking at them right now. That was the hand. Although I will say though, they utilized a lot of my stuff. All right, we're
Dr. Amy. Yeah,
we're gonna take a break right now. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. But remember this number: 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time. And I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha.
Ladies and gentlemen, big treat time. Star of the Dave Weinbaum Show, bad boss psychologist, nice seller from the trunk of her car. So good, she's a group of one. And shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Amy. How are you?
Hi, great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. Hey, which is better, a boss who enforces rules with no input allowed, or a boss with some latitude on rules who regularly seeks and uses employee input?
Oh, I definitely think that the second one is better. Whenever possible, it's ideal to speak to the people who are in the trenches. Using subject matter experts to make decisions and rules can help the organization at large.
Now, how did you use that in sales? How did you get input from your customer to make him feel like you were listening to him or her?
Well, I think that in sales, we want to have some type of competitive differentiation. We want to be able to say, what I'm selling you is different either because it's meeting a particular need or it's somehow special, so much so that you'd rather come to me than to this other neighboring salesperson who might sell a very similar product. So you need to appeal to whatever it is that particular customer is looking for. If they're looking for a personable relationship, you offer them that. If they're looking for more information about how to use a product or service, you offer them that.
So, but if a customer says, well, I kind of want this in my product. All right? Can you do this? Shouldn't your response be, if we can do this for you, can we make a deal?
Well, I think it would depend, obviously, within the rules that are established for the particular product or industry. You can't bend rules where you're not permitted. But if there's a way to still ethically and appropriately help and service that customer so that you give them what they want and they need, that's awesome. But you have to know your product well enough and the industry well enough to know where the latitude is, where you can give.
How important, Dr. Amy, is resiliency as an employee to a narcissistic boss?
Resilience is my favorite word. I pride myself on being resilient, and I think that whether you're dealing with a narcissistic boss, just a plain old difficult boss, or even a good boss, we have to be able to bounce back. We have to be able to learn from what happened in the past, and whether that be good or bad, so that we can, like a boomerang, move forward. And so we need to take those understandings, and if we're dealing with someone who is throwing around his emotions like an emotional hot potato and tossing it to us and causing us to have difficult issues like you would with a narcissistic boss, then you need to know what that looks like so that you can dodge the bullet before it hits you the next time.
What do you do when a narcissistic boss explodes at you once in a while?
The best thing that I can say is to have a couple of key phrases that you can throw at the narcissistic boss immediately when it happens.
You can't say those on the air. No.
They don't have no expletives. No expletives.
No, not on the air. No.
Okay.
Sound like we just had a bleep. So what do you do?
Well, so really what I would suggest that you do is say something like, in order for me to be most productive, here's what I need, boss. Boss, if you're asking me to do this, just to clarify, are you saying, last week you said this, now you're saying this. Before I move forward, I need to make sure that I'm clear as to what you're expecting.
You're just creating too much trouble here at work. That's what I'll say to you. You're creating too much trouble.
I'm sorry you feel that way, boss, but I'm doing my job, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability.
All right. Well, we'll let you off the hook on that one, but my opinion is to stand up to him or her, and if they don't like it, they can let me go. but I will not. But I will not quit.
It depends on where you are in that relationship. You know, true narcissism is different than the narcissistic word, that buzzword that we throw around a lot, just like we do passive aggressiveness. You know, a true narcissistic boss is so cold-hearted, so unbending, so quick to turn on a dime from being your best friend to your biggest enemy, so quick to throw you under the bus in order to save his or her back. You know, that kind of a person is someone that you just have to realize is like a sly fox. And you need to be prepared. You need to always dot your I's and cross your T's and have electronic paper trails to make sure that you can always recall different conversations that you've had and really save your own self in the process. But if you like the job and you feel that staying in that organization is worth it, then you need to make sure that you're recognizing who you're dealing with and really protecting yourself in the process. So each situation is going to be different. But you do have to have those quick retorts because there's absolutely no reason that you should ever be emotionally, assaulted in any organization, in any relationship, but definitely not when you're in the workplace.
Well, isn't you say he's heartless and he's cold, but, isn't that being a bully, what he's doing? Because he's afraid of somebody. He's afraid of losing his job from his boss.
Sure. I think that the best leaders are actually the ones who are able to give credit to the people who work for them and who are able to move them up and build them up. Sometimes people who have their own ego-related issues end up falling into that bullyish or perhaps narcissistic type tendency where they're always about talking about themselves. They're always focused on, how is this going to impact me? Instead of necessarily thinking about caring for those around him or her. And when we do that and we lift them up, then we come along for the ride. And actually those leaders are really seen by higher level executives and by the outside as much stronger leaders when they're able to pass on, some of the credit and allow others to shine.
Now, Dr. Amy, you have set politics as a boundary in our relationship on and off the air. And by large, have I lived up to this deal?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, well, I got one more question for you, Dr. Amy, because you are a very, very smart person. Maybe Mensa, I don't know, I don't want to embarrass you here. But could you answer this for me? What kind of trees do fish sticks grow on?
I don't know.
I don't have an answer to this. I figure you're as smart as you are, though. You'd know this. So I guess, study it, would you please, and come back next week and tell me the answer. And by the way, we're expecting, there was a little song that came on as you were calling. So Dr. Amy will be singing on the Dave Weinbaum Show and may join me in the Weinbaum Music album. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Amy. You have a great, great weekend. Hi to Elad.
Thank you. Will do.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You know what's cool is these very smart people, like Dr. Amy. She's probably got a IQ that's off the charts, and people like that. Cheryl Chumley was on the show, and Deanna Lorraine, very smart. These are smart, wily people. Yeah, and I should mention some guys too. The rabbi is brilliant, you know that. Yes, so we got men and women on this show who stay for a long, long time on it, and I think they actually look forward to the little bits we do on. Usually we tape on Thursday. Sometimes we're live, and that can be riotous too. But I think I don't know if do you enjoy this? Let me know. Let me know. We got a lawyer coming up next. I thought he was entertaining. He might be a little drier than the others, but some poignant points from a guy who's maybe a little liberal. So let me tell you something. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a break. 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest. This is
the Car Real Estate Sign in the Yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. A Car Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Deleka Car Broker Owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at A Car Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's A Car Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated. Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit a1techofrolla.com.
Who let the dogs out? Shadowwood Pet Resort. But Ralphie tells me only on their supervised nature trails, and it's back to their warm and comfy condos with food, water, and treats for any length stay. And they separate dogs by size. Now a condo for cats in a different room. Great assortment of food, toys, collars, and bowls. Tell them Ralphie sent you and get a free treat. 368-4866. That's 573-368-4866. 11420 Cedar Grove, where your pets might be having a better time than you. Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, Twitter at The Dave Weinbaum, and on Facebook.
And it's become so far and so wide for Judge Ellis to push back on this and say, show us the scope memo. They've got to provide that. They won't provide it to Congress, but they've got to provide it to the judge.
In layman's terms, the scope memo is, just tell me what your mandate is. What did Rod Rosenstein give you and tell you what to do? So they say, we're not going to give it to you. And they go, we're going to give it to you, but we're going to redact it. The judge goes, no, you're not going to redact it. Give it to me. Come back here with the scope memo. And then something else happened on Friday and was ruled on Saturday. They came out and said, you know what, with that whole Russian troll farm, when they handed out all those indictments, I guess they didn't think these people were going to fight back. So one of them is Concord Management Consulting. And they said when they started fighting back, Mueller's team asked for a delay. And Judge Dabney Frederick goes, no, not going to delay. I'm not going to give you a reason. Just go do it.
Yeah, this is what's happening. And, people, I keep coming back to this story. Why? Because, this is, I try to prioritize in my mind what the most important thing is. I mean, I'm Jewish. I could put Israel on there every time, but I don't, because I don't think right now that this is the number one story. I think it's still, and has been for a long time, this attempted coup on the president and all the people that colluded to do this. We're going to look back on this period, if they ever really expose this, and you're going to look back on this as making Watergate, can't even remember it anymore. It looked like a picnic, all right? This involves so many of our intel, so many of our heads of these agencies, Mueller, Comey, McCabe, now Sessions. They're accusing Sessions of being, what did you say, honey, on Hannity? Sessions was accused of being what? Being in the deep state?
Right.
Thank you, honey.
And part of the swamp.
And part of the swamp? Which part? The Republican part, because the Republicans are in the swamp.
The part that needs drained.
I wonder if the Republicans part of the swamp is any better than the Democrat part of the swamp. Do they got little condos built up or what? little alligator condos. Now I'm getting away from myself. All right, so as is what Lisa does, she gets away from me as much as she can. All right, we're back on the show, and we got phone number 573-364-4433. Let's talk a little bit about our favorite Secretary of State, other than Hillary Clinton, John Kerry. Now, John Kerry did this in the Vietnam War. He went and he went and negotiated with people who were our enemies, our sworn enemies at the time, while he was in a young man, while he was in a swiftboat captain, whose crew, by the way, hated him. It came out in a book later by somebody, swiftboat guy. And so John Kerry now, as the ex-Secretary of State, recently went to Iran or someplace where he met with the mullahs in Iran, because this was his legacy, you see. The Iran deal was his legacy. Just remember this, from a Jewish perspective, if you like the fact that Jews should maybe have a place to live, and if you like the fact that maybe, Jews should have a place that they can defend from anti-Semitism, then you've got to look at the John Kerry, Barack Obama deal as putting more Jews in peril of genocide in one place than were killed in the Holocaust. There's about 8 million Jews right now in Israel. Total of about 15 million throughout the world. We're very big minority. And yet Barack Obama and the Obama administration, including John Kerry, put these people in peril of 1 or 2 nuclear bombs, of wiping them out. And then they put into the deal, I'm not even sure Iran even signed the deal, but they put into this deal that if Israel attacked Iran, and I don't know whether that would have been Iran and Syria and Iran, that the United States would protect Iran from Israel. In other words, the United States was actually allying itself with Iran against the Jewish state of Israel. How does a Jew remain a Democrat? You know, if you hate your people that much, why don't you convert? I don't get it. All right, Hollywood, let me know. I hope this goes to the Hollywood feed out there in KMET land on 1490 AM on Sundays at 11 o'clock. I think I just did a plug, Stan. What do you think?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Well, in the meanwhile, we've got lots of stuff going. So John Kerry is over there, and he's negotiating with these people. He's got no power to negotiate for this country. He's got no power to advise the Iranians on what to do if Trump does this. He's got no power. In fact, there's a law against it. It's called the Logan Act, and it's akin to treason, and it's serious. And let's see who's going to investigate him. You know,
no one.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, like I said, mark my word, there was boatloads of money given to Republican in the administration at the time that's going to come out, and we're going to find out about it. And that's why Kerry hustled over there.
Republicans or Democrats?
Democrats.
Oh, you said Republicans.
I did. I'm sorry about that.
There's probably a few.
Yeah.
A few
there may have been a few of them too. But why did John Kerry get up and rush over there to try to talk to the mullahs?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's got to be something.
It's a great point. You want to call the show 573-364-4433 or
888-263-9002.
There you go. So you know what? There's we got a dog. We got another dog. That's why my little dog Ralphie is not here. My girlfriend decided she was going to replace her beloved Oscar, who was a blue tick healer, an Australian cattle dog, very smart dog, very loving dog. So she goes out and she gets Gracie, who is about a 1-year-old red healer.
Wow. Mix.
But they mix. Yeah. We don't know. She's mixed with the Tasmanian devil, I think.
Perhaps.
And so she's in the house. She might be pregnant. because she's just coming off of heat, right?
Right.
So she might be pregnant. So we could have a lot of little puppies from her. I mean, she's a beautiful dog. She's fun, but she's a little wild. You got to admit, a little wild. And
she's a rescue adoption.
Yeah, and Lisa went to obedience school, and
Lisa did.
Yeah, Lisa did.
Wait a minute.
And I don't know. I didn't find her much more obedient to me when she got back.
Wow.
But you took the dog too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you would have had to go to learn.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen. I'm not going to get trained easy, but...
well, I kind of like Helen's dog,
Who's Helen?
Helen's dog.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a great segue. Yeah, tell us about Helen. Let's find out about Helen's dog.
All right, and don't forget to call in. Call into the show.
Right.
364-4433.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. Can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
I don't know. That'll get old someday. I can't foresee when it will be, though.
Well, let's see when the studio audience thinks about this.
Yes.
Okay.
They like it.
They must be the
Another
same
standing
audience
O.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, another standing O. That's really cool. That's really cool that they thought about getting this little addition to this little tiny radio station.
Well,
I mean, it's tiny in here, but with those stands out there, we got people watching us all the time. And look at her calling from the... I wonder if that's from the stands. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. Are you calling from the stands outside?
No, I'm calling down from Hillbillyville.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Lee from Richland.
Oh, Lee from Hillbillyville, Richland.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
All right, what can I do for you this week, Lee?
I don't hear nothing anymore about polyurethane tests or anything. Years back when they wanted to find out about something, the FBI and all the people were quick to use the polygraph test.
Oh.
Now when it comes to their own people...
Wait a minute. Polyurethane and polygraph test, they're connected?
Yeah.
What? It's a little early in the morning for even you to be drinking, isn't it?
Well,
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
With your last name, it sounds like you'd be a continually Weinbaum.
Weinbaum.
Yeah, they sure wouldn't want. I'm sure somebody wouldn't want to say, "Hey, we have a Weinbaum on this airplane." There you go.
Well, you know what? That's a very interesting point. But so far, I've been able to fool them because I get TSA pre-entry. Oftentimes when my girlfriend Lisa Stresser does not. She's a lot more suspicious than I am.
What do you call that bottle they pour gas in and stick a rag in, a Molotov cocktail? I don't know.
Molotov.
Yeah, Molotov cocktail, yes.
Yeah, I mean, with your last name, it kind of could be considered that way,
Well, you know what Weinbaum actually means in German? It's a German name. Do you know?
Wine tree.
Wine tree. That's right. And I am, sometimes a wino.
After the show.
And
my girlfriend is a whiner.
You better not be a swino because you're Jewish.
That's right. That's what the rabbi told me.
What irony we have here.
Hey. Getting lectured.
Anyway, I just thought it'd be nice to see them either get rid of all the polygraph tests anymore or start using it on their own people.
Good idea.
I mean, it was supposed to be they had so much confidence in it for years, and now I hear nothing about their own.
Well, on occasion you hear about it, but I think those things have been outlawed as evidence in a court of law.
Yeah, I believe they could be. I think you could have, it's kind of a screw up on being nervous or something. I wouldn't mind, I'd take a polygraph test for, somebody catching me stealing a couple of donuts. But if it come down to murdering a couple of chickens, I'd be afraid to take it for that.
You really are from the hills, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's a good description.
Yeah.
Donuts are
Hey,
down in the valley a little bit.
You
The
have a
sun
great.
don't come up here for a little while. I'm kind of down in the valley because the hills around me keep it from, so we don't get sunrise as early as you all do down there in Raleigh.
All right, well, when you come out of your shelter, let us know. Okay, thank you so much. You have a great weekend. Thank you, Lee from Richland. What he called, I didn't call it, he called it hillbilly country. I think
Well, I
maybe...
got some bees down there, some honey bees too, so I kind of call it Hillbillyville.
Okay. You don't have any Jewbillies living down there, do you?
No, but these are the mafia bees, the Italian banded bees.
Oh man, they're going after you. You don't pay up.
All right, well, you have a good day.
All right,
You
thanks,
too.
Lee. Appreciate it. All right, callers are always fun. If you want to call the show and be a star like Lee, though, try to call sober. I mean, come on. It's not even 12 o'clock noon on Friday. It's not even 11 o'clock on Friday. Please, I'm begging you, just call sober, okay? I'm restraining myself. Stan's restraining himself. Linda probably had Linda. I call you Linda.
What was that?
Who's Linda? Wow.
That's what I'd like to know.
There's trouble.
And why are you drinking with her?
You see, I'm drinking, contrarians drink to remember. I'm trying to remember.
Okay,
So
Weinbaum.
I'm getting old. You know that. Have a little mercy on your elder. Anyways,
He's shooting
call
from the yellow tees.
Call the show. I'm shooting from the yellow tees. I can prove I'm old now. I don't know why people would consider that. I had a little blowback on that when I told people I was hitting from the yellow tees. They said, "Well, you're a man. You're hitting from the white tees. All men are hitting from the white tees." Okay, so put me up against Chad Saladin, a professional golfer, made his living in that way at one point in his life. And I'm hitting from the same tee as he. Jack Nicklaus says, you know what? I'm hitting from the forward tees. If Jack Nicklaus can hit from the forward tees, why the hell do you think I'm not gonna?
Yep.
You're nuts. You out of your mind. All right. By the way, I think we should play another song. How about Satisfaction? What do you think, Stan?
I think you're right.
All right, let's do it.
Little music for the Rolling Stones on KKID Salem Rolla.
No. I can't get no satisfaction. The Rolling Stones. These guys are still performing. What the hell's going on with them?
Yeah, they still want that money, I guess. They probably made a lot of it.
Well, yeah, but wow. I mean, look, I look at this as inspirational. For a guy like me, I'm going to be 70 in a little bit. Most guys like me are retired somewhere in Florida. They see their kids every once in a while. And they're in their own little communities with the other old people. They're playing golf with each other every day. They go into Embassy Suites, like my father used to, and steal breakfast if they can, and then run away like little kids if they're about to be caught.
Mel
I'm serious.
did that? Mel did that?
My father did that. He told me. What the hell was that? So they were basically turned into a bunch of juvenile delinquents at the ages of 60 plus. I don't want to do that. I can play golf here, okay? If I want to go somewhere, I can fly to Florida. Why? In a plane. Now, Lisa, you're a little upset. Why are you upset?
It's not a problem, Dave. I'll just start wearing a name tag up here so you can tell us apart.
Name tag?
Would that help? So you can tell Linda and Lisa apart. Would that help you?
You know what? I don't know where the word Linda came from. I never dated a Linda.
You know what Linda is in Spanish, right? It's beautiful.
Lisa. It's Lisa.
Beautiful.
No, it's Lisa.
Oh, Linda?
Yeah, you could have helped me out a little better.
Linda is beautiful in
Lisa
Spanish.
In
well, same
Espanol.
difference. She's beautiful, so
yes.
that works.
Yeah. Thank you, Stan.
Yes. So you done being mad at me now, or what? No, she's not done being mad. What a stupid question that was. Oh, my goodness. What the hell am I going to do? So we're back on the show. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433. And pretty soon we're going to be talking to Ed Clausen, who may be listening. I hope he is. He really enjoyed his interview. I mean, he wrote me a nice text and said, you little jerk. No, he didn't say that. He said he was very happy to be on the show, and he knew we didn't disagree, and I think he was kind of leery about how I would respond. But I think it was, I did my best to hold back, because you don't want to interrupt somebody just because you disagree with them.
Right.
You want them to give their side of the story and give them full advantage so they can explain themselves into being wrong.
Well, and not only that, but how many of us have watched TV when, like, The Five is on or something, and everyone's talking at the same time?
Yeah.
It's frustrating. It's irritating.
It can be, and I remember O'Reilly used to interrupt a lot.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah, and that I didn't like that. And Hannity used to interrupt a lot, too. He doesn't do it as much these days.
No.
I mean, there's occasions, when you got a guy talking for 3 minutes or 4 minutes and you got to take a break, you got to force the issue sometimes.
Well, when they get on their second and third lie, I would have to cut in. And that's what Hannity does. When he gets to the second lie, he says, "Hold on, we're going to back up to the first one."
You're just a young guy, and you got no patience. That's your problem. I'm an old guy. I'm mellowed out. Aren't I mellow, honey?
Yes, you're so calm and chilled, relaxed.
All right, you can stop there now.
I have more. I have more.
No, I know. That's what I'm afraid of. All right, now this Pompeo, who is now Secretary of State. So the New York Times, when I believe Trump was in the process of stopping the Iran deal, the New York Times is, well, where's Pompeo? He's missing in action.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he at?
How ridiculous.
Those stupid jerks will just get anything to blast the Trump administration. Where was this guy? He was on his way to North Korea to do what? To set up the talks with Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump, and to retrieve 3 American citizens who were in labor camp jail in North Korea. And he brought them back on the same plane. And what do we pay for this? Do we pay pallets of $400 million or $100 million each for these hostages, like the Obama administration paid for hostages to Iran? Did we give them back $150 billion of their money? No. They got zippity-doo-dah. But they got the goodwill of America and its president, who is going to go over there and will negotiate a deal. And they know it's going to be a tough deal. They finally took this guy seriously. They had no reason to take him seriously based on their experience over the last 70 years. All the American presidents were puffballs. That's from Truman on. Truman, Eisenhower, Nixon, Kennedy, Johnson. Who was after Johnson? Is that Nixon again?
Beats the heck out of me.
I think it was Nixon again. And then, you go up to Reagan and you go up to...
was it Ford?
President Ford, that's right. And then you got Jimmy Carter.
Right.
Right. And then Bush 1, right. Bush 2, Obama. I mean, none of these guys did anything. And so Trump gets in there, and this guy starts flying ballistic missiles over Japan, threatening Guam. And the press is, he's talking to, Kim Jong-un, calling him Rocket Man, and the press, oh, you're going to make him mad. Oh. Well, how worse could it get?
Right.
I mean, and if one of those ballistic missiles was loaded with a nuke over Japan or went to Guam and exploded, that's World War III. Well, I think right now you're seeing the brilliance of what Trump did by calling the schmuck out and by doing what he did in Syria. Remember Obama's red line?
Right.
Obama.
More like a pink line.
Yeah.
Invisible.
A pink line. And what does that show? It shows weakness. And so what do bullies like? What do bullies live off of? Weakness. And they keep going and going and going until either they devour their subjects or the subject gets smart and turns and looks them in the eye and say, you're not doing this anymore. It's going to cost you. Yeah. And that's what Trump did.
Well, look at Sarah Sanders in the briefing. She didn't like bullying neither. They were bullying her for an answer on something she said, or she already gave them an answer. So what did she say? She brought up that article written about him being AWOL.
Yeah.
And told them, says, you want us to tell the truth, but you guys, we give you this information so you can tell the truth.
Exactly. And that's the other war they're fighting. They're fighting a war with the press.
Yes.
Now, George Bush, W, and most of these other presidents, of course, Obama got press like you wouldn't believe because they were all in love with him.
Oh, yeah.
He was our first black president. Didn't matter what he did.
Right.
He just became president. It was one of the worst. He will go down as the most dangerous, worst president we've ever had. That's my opinion.
Mine too.
What did he do for blacks? Right now we've got a black revolution going on, it seems. And it's run by people like Candace Owens.
And Denzel Washington spoke out, too.
And Denzel Washington and Kanye.
Yep.
I mean, all of a sudden these blacks are coming out of the woodwork that are saying, look at the results on the ground. Trump said, hey, what do you got to lose? You've been under this Democratic slavery farm, a plantation for 70 years now, and look where you're at. Your neighborhoods are devastated. Your businesses don't want to come in there. People don't have jobs. People are on welfare. There's no fathers in the homes. So boys are out there running wild like crazy. Girls are getting pregnant every other day, and they're going to be single moms. And they have destroyed the culture, and the blacks have let them do that because they followed people like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, who were hacks for the Democrats and still are.
Look at Margaret Sanger for Planned Parenthood, and now Planned Parenthood is going to take that $500 million and they're going to spend $30 million of it on ads for Democrats.
Oh, and they're, you know what? They are proportionally the biggest killers of black babies.
Exactly.
In the world.
Well, that's what Margaret Sanger was all about.
That's right. They're all in the black neighborhoods.
Yes.
They were about killing blacks, and blacks support them.
Right.
I mean, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
All right?
Sort of indirectly because they're Democrats.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable. But these other blacks are revolting now, and a lot of blacks are listening. Trump got many more black votes, I think maybe twice as much as Romney got. Romney gave up on the blacks.
Oh, gosh, yes.
I mean, why would you want to give up on 47 or however many people were on welfare? I think it's like 48 million people.
Yeah, there were.
The idea is to tell them what is the option. Why should they be left out of the American dream? The ability to make more than basic amount that can feed you and house you. Why aren't you allowed? Why don't you think they think they're smart enough, Democrats, to be on their own, to get out there like everyone else and try hard? Oh, well, they're not connected like you because you're white or you're Jewish. That's crap. It's crap.
It's been
you
proven.
could sure. Okay, yeah, there's discrimination in this country, yes. And
Sure.
guess what? It ain't going away.
Nope.
But it's not bad anymore. It's not like it was. Okay, the slaves were freed 1863, 1865, roughly.
By
All
a
right?
Republican.
And it's been rough. Yeah, under a Republican, and it's been rough. There's been times when there's been more discrimination, but it's whittled down to almost nothing. I'm talking about governmental enforced discrimination.
Right.
That's gone.
And
It's been
lowest-
gone for a long time.
Lowest unemployment rate now among African Americans
Yeah.
in history.
And 2 million have dropped out of the food stamp business.
Right.
So isn't that great? All right, I tell you what, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to come back with the lawyer, Ed Clausen. So this is the Dave Weinbaum Show. Hold it. Wait for it. Call 573-364-4433. Wait for it to get it off your chest. The Dave Weinbaum Show.
Planning a small family get-together or large company gathering for the holidays. Lucas Wine and Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas too at Lucas Wine and Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine and Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for. From beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at The Dave Weinbaum, and on Facebook.
Now, on Friday, and what was the single biggest beatdown I have ever seen in my life, a federal judge utterly rebuked the special counsel and his investigation, slamming its political motivations and calling out the scope for being way out of bounds and way beyond their mandate. Now, the judge's name is T.S. Ellis III. He told a top Mueller prosecutor, listen to this, watch, you don't really care about Mr. Manafort's bank fraud. Well, the government does. What you really care about is what information Mr. Manafort can give you that would reflect on Mr. Trump or lead to his prosecution or his impeachment or whatever. That's what you're really interested in.
All right, we're back on the show, and again, we keep hammering this stuff, but this is the stuff that's really going to change the country. And the country has changed under Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. And the Democrats are finding it very, very difficult to keep. Well, they don't find it difficult. That's the amazing thing. They still don't understand that Trump won, and he won legitimately. And they still point out, well, he didn't win the popular vote. Well, okay, but that's not how the elections are decided. So one person. One team plays 6 innings in baseball, and another team plays 9 innings. And the excuse is, well, our team plays 9 innings, and we could have beat you in 9 innings, and in 6 innings we lost. Just the way it is. It's the rules of the game. You play a different game. You have your pitcher stay in maybe a little longer for a 6-inning game, for a 9-inning game versus a 6-inning. You pinch it a little bit more often too, and just different rules for different games. I guarantee you, if this was a popular contest, if this was going to be decided by population like that, and by the way, the electorate was such that even the day before day of the election, Trump was a 90%. They all gave Trump a 90% chance of losing. So what did they know that we didn't? I don't know. All right, right now we've got the lawyer coming up, and you got the song, right?
Is it already in, isn't it? On the
yes,
interview?
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
All right, why am I asking then?
I don't know.
I'm just being an idiot. All right, here it is. Coming up, a great interview with Ed Clausen. Hit it. Ladies and gentlemen, special treat today. Jeff City lawyer, partners in Newman, Comley, Ruth, 1987 graduate of University of Missouri Law School, Ed Clausen. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Ed. Since we're investigating the president on collusion without any evidence that we've seen come forward in about a year and a half of investigating, shouldn't the investigators themselves have their alliances or their investigations exposed if they're going to be a special prosecutor. In fact, why didn't Mueller, with all his connections to this, recuse himself?
Well, I mean, the first part of your question is that there's been no evidence of collusion. Well, first of all, we don't know what evidence Mueller has, but this meeting in Trump Tower with everybody but Donald Trump and a Russian agent seems to me that there was an attempt to work with the Russians, or an interest at least in working with the Russians to affect the outcome of the election. Maybe that's not criminal. I don't know that, but to act like there's no, I mean, we do not have the benefit of any of Mueller's investigation, but that's in the public domain. So, I mean, I disagree with that premise. But
well, you are aware of the dossier that was used and was now known to be funded by the DNC and Hillary Clinton campaign.
I think it was funded by Rubio first. I think Rubio is the one that got him started in the primary.
I believe that was a different thing.
Maybe it was Ted Cruz. Maybe I don't know which one it was.
I think that was a different thing, but I think this thing was entirely funded by the Democrats, was not started by the Republicans. The other thing was a different organization. But it comes down to that particular dossier was taken by Comey, given to him by, I think it was Clapper, to do so, and he even said my assignment was to take the dossier to the FISA court, which he did, and to see the president.
But the thing is, there's no indication that most of everything in that dossier is true or false. I mean, there's some things, some small parts of it, but as I understand it, there was verification of facts in this dossier. That's my understanding of it. I mean, So I mean, these guys get their information, but from all kinds of sources. But I believe that this FISA warrant was not issued purely on the strength of a dossier put together by, as part of the campaign.
That was their lead piece of information.
Well, maybe that got them started. Maybe that's what got them started. I mean, that's the thing about the investigations, and I know why that, and I understand the government having wide-ranging authority just to start investigating whatever they want. I understand it. I'm very concerned about that concept myself and people's privacy. I completely respect that. But
Comey went to the president and said, I want to meet with you in private about the dossier. And they met about the dossier. And 3 times Comey repeated himself and said that you are not under investigation. Trump asked him, can you make that public? Comey refused. What do you think of that?
I don't know. The question is, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I think there's this idea between being under investigation and being a target, and that distinction. It's not exactly clear what the difference is, because that could change in any moment, I suppose, if somebody's investigating you. But I don't know. I think that maybe Comey knew that there was more out there that they were looking into, and he didn't want to commit to that to the president, and have the president put him in that position.
Or was he holding something back, sir? Ed, was he holding something back? Has been the history of the FBI from Hoover on, when he held back all sorts of information on political presidents and vice presidents and senators. Is this a form of extortion?
Well,
blackmail.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that the president was doing everything in his power to deter Comey from looking into a number of things.
What evidence do you have of that?
What Comey has said.
Well, Comey said that in his memos, he said that Trump told him to go out and find out whatever you could about this collusion thing.
Right, but
so he exonerated Trump of that, sir.
Yeah, but he kept wanting Comey to exonerate Trump. Kept wanting Comey to exonerate him while this thing went on.
Well, he told Trump that you were not under investigation 3 separate times. Why don't you say it in public? Wouldn't you say it if you were the president? Why aren't you saying this in public?
I mean, everybody, apparently there's a premise out there that the president has some status beyond every other human being in the United States. And I suspect meetings with Donald Trump, private meetings with Donald Trump, are probably very interesting for a career FBI agent. I would bet that would have been something he was not used to.
Many in the FBI, Ed, have been demoted, moved to different places. McCabe and Comey have been fired, both by the advice of the Inspector General and Rod Rosenstein, the Assistant AG. Now, the Inspector General made a criminal referral in McCabe's case and may do the same in Comey's case. Is the FBI broken?
I really, my understanding, and I don't deal with them as a lawyer at all, but I believe that it is it's an institution that Mueller did a lot to save after what happened on 9/11, and brought it back and brought back its effectiveness, hopefully, and its reputation. And I think that, I mean, the bottom line is, in 2016 we went through an incredibly nasty campaign where, in my mind, we had 2 very flawed candidates, and then it's just gotten worse. Comey didn't deal with it well, obviously, for both parties at various times through that campaign, and he's got an ego, and that's a scary thing, but it doesn't mean he's a liar either.
Well, and let's ask this question. Who got elected by the American people?
Oh, Donald Trump did.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to end it on that. We agree on a couple things at the end.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for being
pleasure.
a guest on the Dave Weinbaum Show. It was a good conversation, and maybe I can get you back someday.
Yeah, and let me just say, our son David is a junior at the university down here. He transferred here last year, and I just couldn't be happier that he's here at the university. It's just a fantastic institution, and I've been practicing law down here for 25 or 30 years, and lucky to have a chance to be down in Raleigh as much as I am. I really enjoy this.
Ed, how do they get a hold of you?
I'm at Newman, Comley, and Ruth. My number is 573-634-2266. But anyway, either way, I enjoyed being here.
Hey, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. That was Ed Clausen coming down from Jeff City, interviewed here at the studio. And we're going to probably have him back because, he's wrong, and I'm going to try to patiently show him the error of his ways. I thought I held my own. I really don't think he thought I would have as much information as I had. And we're going to try to educate Ed and whatever liberals are listening to the show, because they're not getting the facts from the mainstream media. That's for sure, right, Stan?
That's definitely right.
So, you're going to get a lot of good stuff off of this show. I don't by nature hate people who just happen to think differently. I don't like people that won't listen or listen to it and then tell me why I'm wrong. I'm not happy about that. Right. All right? Just, you can explain it to me. I'm not that bright, but I'm not that stupid either. Okay, right, honey?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
By the way, I have a little question for you.
Yes.
We're putting this electric fence in. They've already kind of started it, right?
The dig right people came out and marked everything off.
Yeah, they marked it off.
Yeah.
And so, I go to bed one night and I wake up in the morning. I got this damn collar around my neck, and I don't understand this. I'm still wearing it. It's this collar, and it's kind of tight. And I don't know how this fence works. Somehow it keeps the dogs. It's an invisible fence. So, I don't get it.
Don't worry, it's not activated yet.
I know.
It'll become clear to you this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So I'll be shocked by the
a little noise.
amazing success by this, right?
A little static.
Yeah.
Will
I be able to come in the radio station next week?
if we make your...
Would you turn it off for a second or two? Or what?
We'll work on
this
that.
This is not right. I think I should call somebody, don't you?
It looks good on you, though.
Animal control, maybe?
Well, that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
And it's not just the animals.
Are you an animal?
I guess I am. Aren't we all animals?
Yeah, somewhat.
Are we not all animals?
That's right.
All right. You want a piece of me? Okay. All right, so we're back on the show, and we need to take a break because we got to catch up, don't we?
Yes, we do.
All right, well, this is the Dave Weinbaum Show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area, and they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla. Or call 314-3300. That's 314-3300.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel and Henry Company. Daniel and Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel and Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical in Rolla invites you in to experience local hometown service, friendly staff that you build a friendship with over 60 years of solutions, and service you don't get in a chain store. When you buy local, the money stays here. And now with free delivery to the local area, Hillcrest service just got better. Shorter wait times. Large chain stores look at you as business. To Hillcrest, you're people they love to serve. Call today at 341-2020 or stop in on Highway 63 in Rolla. Hillcrest Pharmacy and Optical, hometown service you can count on.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at The Dave Weinbaum, and on Facebook.
A former member of Mueller's team of investigators. There she is, FBI lovebird Lisa Page. She has resigned in disgrace months after her viciously anti-Trump texts revealed the extreme bias at some of the highest levels of the FBI. And Page wasn't alone in resigning. Another prominent deep state FBI official, longtime Comey ally, James A. Baker, he also resigned late on Friday. So is the deep state now starting to crack?
All right, we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. I had a little swallow of water as my director was pointing to me, so I was focused on swallowing and not watching him, as I should. All right, so I apologize for that, but we're back on the show. You want to call the show, 573-364-4433. We're running out of time, so let's get on the phone. Do you realize, Stan, in the UK you could go to jail for insulting posts and get up to 6 years?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that amazing or what? Yeah.
Well, they've got control over them because they don't have guns.
But that's the, United Kingdom. You would think we'd be a little bit more democratic than that.
Soon
and how is that not going to be political?
Yeah.
Who's going to decide what's not good speech and bad speech? That's the problem with trying to stop the First Amendment rights of people. Is, how do you know what's obscene? How do you know what's wrong and what's right? You don't. And even wrong thought expressed is not necessarily, going into a loaded theater and yelling fire. Well, we know that's illegal. But that's about it, I think. You could pretty much have an opinion about everything. I mean, obviously you can be a Democrat. I don't have a problem with that. I don't agree with much of what you'd say, but I sure would defend your right to say it, and I would expect the same respect in return. But that's not how it works in this country. Do you realize that 39% of the colleges have no conservative professors? 39% of them don't, and the ratio is 10-1 liberals to conservatives. And so you see some of these colleges, they never invite conservative speakers. They're only hearing from the liberals.
That's because for 100 years, the socialists have been trying to veer our kids and everybody away from conservatism.
As Khrushchev used to say, Khrushchev, for you those in Branson in the 50s, was the Russian president. As he used to say, we don't have to invade you and defeat you militarily.
Right.
We will get into your institutions, and we will out-educate you, and convince people to be against you. And Russia collusion. All right, there it is.
Early 60s, player out of school.
I mean, was Trump responsible for that? If anybody was cooperating, if anybody loved the Russians, it was the left. Look at Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
He got married in Moscow. He wants us to turn into a socialist communist country. Right. He thinks that's great. Well, how are things in Venezuela these days under that kind of plan?
Not very good.
Why doesn't he move to Venezuela for a while and bring back a report, if he survives, on how wonderful it is there? Wouldn't that be a good idea?
Or North Korea.
Oh, North Korea, sure. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, I didn't know I was on a live show. Am I on a live show?
Yes, you are.
Oh, man. I'm actually calling about some advertising rates.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, you talking about for the Dave Weinbaum Show?
Oh, man. This is unexpected. Hi, Missouri. How are you guys doing?
Hey, let's make a deal on air.
Can we get you?
They got such a deal for you.
We're having a political talk show here, so can we get you to call back afternoon? Is that okay, sir?
Wait a minute. I'm trying to close a deal here. You're messing with.
How do you know?
All right, let's see. If we talk to you right now, if we'll let you talk right now, can we make a deal?
Well, the thing is, I don't even know when the first initial flight is going to come out. We're right now early on in the planning and budgeting process. So
is this PetSmart or something like that?
What do you say?
Is it PetSmart or someone else?
Yeah, what business are you in?
No, this is a political campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, we might be interested in that, too. What the hell?
What time would you guys rather me call back at?
Afternoon, sir, if that's okay with you.
Oh, yeah, it's completely fine.
All right. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks a lot.
We appreciate that.
Hopefully we'll make a deal, and you'll be on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
That's right.
Looking forward to talking
Live
to you.
radio. Don't you love it? I
Thank
love
you.
it.
Thank you for calling
Call
in,
the
sir.
show, and if you want to buy advertising on the Dave Weinbaum Show, give me a call at 578-2700 after 12 o'clock noon.
That's right.
Thank you very much. All right, we're going to do another break right now and come back with maybe a bit of Weinbaum music. What do you think, Steve?
Hey.
All right. No. Shut off her mic, please. All right, here we go. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. Call the show 573-364-4433. That's it.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
With over 30 years in St. James, Leo Cardetti's Flag and Flagpole Company is the area's original flag store. From the U.S.-made original American flag, every state flag in the country, to military, school, and custom business flags, Leo Cardetti's Flag Store is a place to go. With a full line of commercial and residential flagpoles and accessories, along with seasonal flags, patriotic decorations, shirts and hats, and much more than just flags. Easy to find, 210 North Jefferson Street in St. James, or call 800-532-FLAGS. 800-532-FLAGS.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
The most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Chevy, the vehicles you know you can depend on. At Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, receive 0% APR for 72 months on all 2018 Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans. Or take 20% off MSRP on all 2018 Cruise and Malibu LT models. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairground Roads in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
This time, the computer didn't just glitch. It went completely dark, just like the rest of the house. Not again, Jill said as she dug out the candles from the closet. But as she and Larry began lighting and placing the colored tapers, the pillars, and the scented candles in jars, the mood changed. The house took on a romantic stillness and fragrance that made them wish the power outage would last just a little bit longer. Make sure you're well stocked with candles from Mel's Candles and More on Lanning Lane across from Big Lots, where candles aren't just for girls.
But none of that seems to matter to former Secretary of State John Kerry, because this deal was the shining jewel of his time in the Obama State Department. And he is reportedly pulling out all the stops to save this horrific deal, which puts the world in danger, including meeting with Iran's foreign minister, really, and other foreign officials from Germany and France and the EU who were involved in the agreement. This kind of shadow diplomacy, it undermines the United States on the world stage. It undermines our commander-in-chief, and it needs to stop. Now, the president tweeted this, quote, "The U.S. does not need John Kerry's possibly illegal shadow diplomacy on the very badly negotiated Iran deal. He was the one that created this mess in the first place."
How is this not being investigated by the DOJ?
Right.
I mean, you're going to investigate stuff that there are no crimes for? That's a crime what this guy did. All right, it's treason. We don't have shadow governments in this country, and that's so obvious. I mean, it's so obvious what he did was a breaking the Logan Act law, which is akin to being a traitor. So, you know, where's the charges? Where's the mainstream media? All you're going to hear that from is on this show and Hannity and Rush and people like that. So that's wrong. All right. Now let's go to something very important. Stan, you got something for me? All right, let's hit it.
From Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's Hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like...
But Snowflake, you know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling.
Or how about this?
As you wish me hell, to everyone you could tell that you'd been spying over me, spying over me. Then you spread your views to the mainstream news.
And timeless memories like...
You don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores. And if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny,
I want you to know that those couple very few notes that I missed, I did that intentionally.
Oh.
Because I wanted to do it as a parody, but it's tough for me to do that. To do those wrong notes when I know I'm doing a wrong note because, I have a little pride in my singing. And I wanted to do that.
Very little.
A little, yeah, okay, a little pride. Very little, okay, well, whatever. I had enough entertainment value for the audience to say, you know what, you got to screw up a couple of notes here. So out of all that thing, I only screwed up, 2 notes? So I was actually pretty good.
Can you not count any higher?
I mean, Frank Sinatra screwed up notes on occasion. Elvis did.
You're
didn't
comparing yourself to Sinatra and
Of
Elvis?
course, I think big.
Okay.
All right, you want to call the show, 573-364-4433 or
888-263-9002.
Okay, so we got the electric fence going up today. We talked about that. By the way, talking about structures that need to be built, California homeowners now have to put solar panels in by the year 2020, or they could, they'll be in violation of state law, whatever that means. That's another, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 added to the cost of a home. Like Californians who aren't making $50 million a year can afford that. I mean, you expect another million or two to evacuate the state and go somewhere where, well, they don't have to do that kind of government-controlled stuff. So, and speaking of government control, I went to a meeting a couple days ago at City Hall, and we had a resurrection sort of on Kings Highway, and I guess I'll talk about this. I'll talk about the phone call first. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Jim. From Rolla.
Hi.
I'm the guy that called you before about Jupiter.
Oh, great.
Find out anything about that?
Okay, time to go.
We haven't learned anything about it.
We haven't
Sorry.
learned.
This is a political talk show.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot for interrupting me. I appreciate that. So, he's gone. All right. So, where was I? See, that's aggravating. Stay up. Oh, by the way,
solar panels.
It's solar panels, and they're going to evacuate California pretty soon. Do you realize half the country is now under the sanctuary laws Oh, my goodness.
I saw that.
So why don't you answer that? Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Don't make me come out there. Huh?
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Well,
my sister lives in California, and she owns a home out there.
Oh, okay. You're not the same guy from Jupiter, right?
No, he is.
Oh, you are?
No, I'm not from Jupiter, dude. I was telling you about Jupiter.
Oh, God. You know, if you're going to call the show, don't pull the Jupiter stuff on me
it's
again,
just
please.
We're a political talk show.
Yeah, I know. It's political. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what do you think about that incident back in '63?
We don't know anything about it, sir. But
Kennedy?
yeah, well.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Now we got to take a break.
Now that last one we did we do Levin on the last one, or was that Hannity? That was
Hannity. I
okay.
think.
All right.
Yeah, and we got the last break
up
coming up. So let's do that now.
All right.
So we can get it in, and I want you guys to spend the money that you have and go to these great sponsors that are putting their money where my big mouth is. All right. So and now Lisa, she got a bigger mouth than I do.
Not true.
Oh yeah, nastier mouth too. Anyways, turn her mic out. Anyways, we'll be right back. This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. K-Kid 92.9. Hit it.
Cox Brothers Service Company, located in St. James, is there when you need them. Cox Brothers staff is focused on delivering professional restaurant and refrigeration equipment, services, and installation to the local service areas and beyond. Keep your business running right with the professionals at Cox Brothers Service Company. Give them a call at 573-368-4083. And as always, they thank you for your continued support and patronage.
With over 30 years in St. James, Leo Cardetti's Flag and Flagpole Company is the area's original flag store. From the U.S.-made original American flag, every state flag in the country, to military, school, and custom business flags, Leo Cardetti's Flag Store is a place to go. With a full line of commercial and residential flagpoles and accessories, along with seasonal flags, patriotic decorations, shirts and hats, and much more than just flags. Easy to find, 210 North Jefferson Street in St. James, or call 800-532-FLAGS. 800-532-FLAGS.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today. 416-0055.
The most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall. Chevy, the vehicles you know you can depend on. At Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, receive 0% APR for 72 months on all 2018 Chevy Tahoes and Suburbans. Or take 20% off MSRP on all 2018 Cruise and Malibu LT models. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza, 100 Fairground Roads in Rolla for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
This time, the computer didn't just glitch. It went completely dark, just like the rest of the house. Not again, Jill said as she dug out the candles from the closet. But as she and Larry began lighting and placing the colored tapers, the pillars, and the scented candles in jars, the mood changed. The house took on a romantic stillness and fragrance that made them wish the power outage would last just a little bit longer. Make sure you're well stocked with candles from Mel's Candles and More on Lanning Lane across from Big Lots, where candles aren't just for girls.
Hey, follow me at DaveWeinbaum.com, on Twitter at TheDaveWeinbaum, and on Facebook.
We want you to present us with an explanation of your defiance of the Department of Justice policy, which you are required to follow as an employee of the Department of Justice. Moreover, we want to understand how it is that you believe that you can burden a president like this while he's in office. And while I'm at it, Sean, we seem to have a few Republicans in the Senate who are very confused about these things, who have voted to protect Mr. Mueller rather than protect the office of the presidency, the Constitution, and the American people. And they seem to think that they have the power, even though we have separation of powers, to tell a president who he can hire and who he can fire. The part of the problem the president has is he's dealing with ignoramuses, both inside his party and outside his party.
That was Mark Levin, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back on the Dave Weinbaum Show. And I've got a couple of extras I'm probably going to play. Why? Because I think they're really good, and I think I want to end the show like that on a high note. So probably not going to take any too many more calls. Of course, if you call right now, I'd do it. 573-364-4433. And, I want you to listen to these because it's good stuff. And I'm not ashamed at all about using somebody else in there who thinks similarly to me, or even people that are wrong, that don't think like me. So hit it for, this is Levin, I believe, talking to, Hannity. It's Hannity on Gina Haspel.
Right.
Hit it, please.
Now, President Trump has picked Gina Haspel to lead the CIA. Now, over the weekend, she actually offered to withdraw her name from consideration. A bad idea. She has faced a firestorm of criticism, only from Democrats and the mainstream media because they're corrupt. But get this, she's being criticized for being too tough on terrorists. I actually like people that are tough on terrorists. Take a look.
In 2002, she ran a secret CIA prison for suspected terrorists in Thailand that used harsh interrogation tactics, including waterboarding, sleep deprivation, even squeezing detainees into coffins.
You have questions from the left and the right on her role in the enhanced interrogation techniques, her role in potentially destroying the videotapes of the torture, and she's going to have a tough hearing on Wednesday.
At this moment, Donald Trump is effectively asking the U.S. Senate to promote torture because Trump is asking the Senate to promote a U.S. official involved in torture to run the CIA, nominating Gina Haspel, Mike Pompeo's deputy, for the job.
And if you took a poll in the intel community about the approval of Gina Haspel, who is considered to be a hero, a patriot, a woman who stood up against the most vicious terrorists in the world and got information from them that led them to the leadership of Al-Qaeda, to the courier for Osama bin Laden. That was a Freudian slip, or a Weinbaum slip, and got him killed.
Right.
All right, and set a little victory in the light of this nastiness. And now you got Trump out there who just captured the 5 most powerful guys in ISIS who were serving Baghdadi, who still is on the loose. And Trump and the Americans are just devastating these guys. Just devastating them. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Joe. I'm calling from Rolla.
Okay, Joe.
I'd like to know why nobody is never held accountable for all this mass theft, in particular the Federal Reserve, trillions of dollars that they steal, and they can sit there and go, I don't know.
Who's stealing the trillions of dollars?
Their hands into people's private pensions. I don't believe in right to work. I worked 24 years for a pension, and I've got all kinds of medical disabilities because of it now. They plan on...
Well, who's ripping? You just made an accusation. Who's ripping it off?
First thing into Social Security and stealing this money, start a war, and nobody was ever held accountable. Now they're saying Social Security's broke. They want to stick their hands into people's private pensions and take them to level out their deficit. Why isn't anybody ever held accountable for this? And they want to talk about conservatism. It's called thievery.
Oh, okay. Conservatives are thieves.
Accountable for it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Who stole it?
Yeah, who stole the money? Hello? Okay, I guess he's off the phone. So, all right. Well, thank you for your call. I appreciate you calling the show. We don't get very many liberals calling the show. So
no, I think he was blaming the conservatives for stealing all that money.
Right. So okay. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right. He doesn't like the tax decrease that all Americans are going to get, except for a very, very few exceptions. And, well, quite frankly, the Democrats, they get elected, they're going to raise your taxes.
That's exactly what's
wonderful. Okay. All right. So we're getting close to the end, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're almost about a minute away.
All right. So we'll save that bit maybe for next week. I've had a lot of fun today, Stan and, Lisa, kind of. And I
Thank you,
appreciate,
kind of.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Let's see.
All right. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. We only got about 30 seconds. What's your name? Where are you calling from?